Hello, this is Private Skull playing as Nameless, and I am in the league Los Unitates as an RTK leader. Today I'm here to talk about what the league and RTK are to stand for. I'm willing to divulge some perspectives and insight to show what we are capable of. Like here in this raid, we are capable of doing raids, 4-mans, helping other people out when they're most needed and leveling up. So in this standpoint, the RTK have a specific duty and skill set, like providing information to quell bosses of a specified raid, down to just controlling the league bank and decor arrangement. The placement of people in the league is the biggest one of them all. Our standards have to be met. So our standards are being active. You have to literally be very active in what you're doing. Like, say for instance, if you're a control role, you have to do your role. You have to be a control. You have to be a power giver, or you can be a person that does a lot of what do you call it? You have to be the one that pretty much controls everything. Like you have to pretty much do your role. Pretty much, if you're a healer, heal. I mean, it's not really that hard to do that. If you're just doing your best as a DPS, and you're doing damage, do damage. But some people don't know that when you're doing a raid, most damage people that are doing damage, they don't pick up people that fall. So you're picking up the slack that everybody else is leaving behind. So what you want to do is you want to run around and pick people up while you're attacking. If you don't pick people up, then we fail the raid. In a raid, if 2 or more people fall, we fail the raid. And most likely, if you have a healer healing and he's got, I don't know, say 250, 260, 70, whatever skill points, you're expecting that healer to put up a good healing amount until at least 1 or 2 people fall. Then, that means that the healer is tapping out, not unless somebody like me shows up and gives up a bunch of power. But then now I have to be protected because I ran out of power. You feel me? Our standards are high, so when you want to rank up, the only thing we really ask at this time is for you to be active. If you're not active, then most likely you're not going to rank up, and you're probably not going to succeed in staying in the league. But what we ask you to do is at least be active, show up, even if it's just for a few seconds. Like, say the other day I popped up into the league. I ran out of membership, so I just popped up. I played a little bit, played for like a couple minutes, and then I bounced. But at least that lets you know that I am active. When we look at the charts, when we look at the league and everything, we look at how long people have been in. If we see you with a date that says you've been on recently, you're basically going to stay in the league. I don't know if you're going to stay in that leadership role or between whatever rank you are. We don't know if you're going to stay at that rank or not. All we know is whether or not you stay current. If you stay current, you probably might be okay. But just to let you know, the ranking, as far as the ranking goes, you can go as high you can go up as high as a knight, as an RTK. You can go up as a knight, as a Los Unitates knight. You cannot surpass RTK. Reason being is there are a specific number of RTK. There's up to about 7 or 8 people in RTK. Those are league leaders. They all have a specific purpose. Most of us have been in that league for a good couple of years. One or two of us actually started up the league. So that being said, you cannot go past RTK, not unless one of us resigns. If one of us resigns, then you can surpass to the point of RTK. But to remind you, RTK are all on equal footing. If you say, hey, I'm the leader, do this, do that, and the third, everything's gonna halt because RTK is on equal footing. We do not boss each other around. I mean, sure, there's information to go around. If somebody knows something, speak up. But in the grand scheme of things, usually there's one or two people saying what the issue is. We do not boss each other around. We put up compelling answers and questions, but we do not argue with each other. That's one thing RTK does not like, is arguing amongst each other. And another thing that we don't like is when we come up with a new recruit and that new recruit wants to rank up all fast and gets beyond his means or her means. That's another thing we do not like. Even if your CR level or skill points is higher than ours, that does not mean you get to bogart us around. Okay? If you are new, we have a time set for each person to rank up. Basically the same thing I said before. If you're being active and you've been on for, I don't know, a couple weeks, you're probably going to go from the new recruit to the next level, but you're still not going to be high enough to bring people in. You're not going to be high enough to mess with the league bank. You're not going to be high enough to recruit. You're not going to be high enough to recruit people. You're not going to be high enough to even bring people into the league. However, the more time you spend, the more stuff you do, the more we end up ranking you up. So each rank has a time frame. All right. Now, if you level up fast and get your skill points fast, and you're active every day, almost every day or whatever, and you're always helping everybody out, including the RTK, we might rank you up a couple ranks. That way it's like, oh, okay, this guy's the cheese, let's bump him up. And like I said, the RTK is off limits. But as far as as far as being in this league, follow the way things are going and you'll be okay. If you don't follow instructions well and you just have no regard for the RTK at all, you're gone. I mean, it's straight up simple. That's the perspective of the RTK. The RTK is made so that people who come from all over the place have a place of being. The RTK is supposed to be a safe haven and a negative free zone. Of course, everybody has their own way. We're not trying to knock your sense of humor. We don't knock what kind of things you have going on. We say things that might sound mean, but are jokingly. They're jokingly used. I say things that are a little bit crass sometimes, but I use it in a joking term. And sometimes when somebody sounds angry, mind you, they're not really angry sometimes. Sometimes they're just, getting back at somebody for a joke they made. However, we have our own set. If you don't like jokes or you don't feel like we're joking, say something. But mind you, most of the time we are joking. mind you, most of the time we're not serious. So that being said, we're all friends here. We do things like we're friends. We're pretty much all together. We do a lot of things together. We pull up YouTube videos together. We do a lot of stuff. We do raids and we pick people up from raids and stuff. Like if we call out for a raid, we're hoping that you say, hey, I want to join in on this raid. Hopefully your level is high enough, but we call out for raids and stuff. Hopefully you're able to do them. Another thing that RTK is kind of together on is whether or not you can do stuff like, I don't know, gathering skill points. Gathering skill points is one of the things that we like to do a lot. We do a lot of raids to do skill points. Skill points is our top priority. Our second top priority is the CR level. Your CR level has to be high enough to run raids and stuff with us, but RTK literally feels that skill points is the best way to go. If your skill points is not high, you will not survive stuff like this. This is the newest content that's out right now. So skill points is what is important. And mind you, the devs like MEPS and all them, they said skill points is detrimental. CR is the second best thing, but skill points is detrimental. So I'm hoping that you guys are running what you're supposed to do. Like your solo raids and stuff should be already done. Your duos and stuff should already be done. Your 4-player stuff should already be done. That's as far as skill points, that's what should already be done. Episodes, some of those episodes are actually pretty easy to get done. So what are you doing? If you're not getting those stuff done, what are you doing? If it's really hard for you to do, call on one of us to do it with you. Other than that, stuff should already be done. Alright. And like I said, RTK is willing to help you, but there are some times when we can't help you. Like times when we're not there because we had to go to work. So like say for instance me, if I'm on and you call out to me and I say, hey, what's up? I'll run this with you. Don't get mad when I get off later, because it's like, oh, I had something I had to do. Or rather, there was something that kind of caught on to me, like you weren't paying attention enough, or we just wasn't getting through the stuff fast enough. But most of the time, I will help you. I will get you through some stuff. I will rank you up past a couple levels and then hop on to the next best thing. Most of the time it's because RTK called on me to do a raid. But if there are already 8 of us running a raid, then one of us that's still around might help you. Alright. Another thing that we look at, your style feats and stuff, I would suggest saving up your marks. I would suggest saving up your marks. If you're saving up your marks and leveling up, and say you get to a point where, oh, I can't level up anymore past what I'm at, or it's kind of hard to level up past where I'm at. First of all, do not spend your marks until we figure out what we can do for you. And if you can't get any more gear from anybody else, then I would suggest using the gaming cash if you have membership. If you have membership, you should be able to sell some you should be able to sell some stuff and get some gaming cash quick. The gaming cash, use that to get your gear if you can. You know, the little boxes that come with gear and stuff, use it. If it doesn't get you past the levels that you need to get to the next raid, then I would suggest then using your marks. The marks will get you gear and will get you high tier gear that you need for the next raid. But my suggestion is to save up those marks so that you can get the skill points you need from style feats. The style feats are actually somewhat important. The reason I say that is because I'm in a position where I need a lot of the style points, and the style points are expensive. They are really expensive when it comes to marks. So when you go to the robot on the other side of the watchtower, you're most likely going to spend a lot of marks getting those style feats. Those style feats are actually very, very expensive. They're roughly between 15 to 30 marks. When you go to the next spot, like Atlantis or whatever, guess what? You gotta earn those. Well, actually, I don't think it's Atlantis anymore. It's more to the point of raids past Atlantis. I can't really name those raids, but it's on the top of my mind. But raids past Atlantis, before it was just Atlantis, but raids just like that, like Chaos and all that stuff, those raids, you're gonna need a lot of marks, hella marks, to buy those style feats, to buy those styles, because those styles are worth 35 to about 120 or 130, 150 marks. And because of that, things get a lot tougher. That's where you have to play some more. If you don't play more, if you don't play every day, or you have the tokens that you use to restart those daily raids or whatever, then possibly you might save up enough to get one piece of gear or two pieces of gear. Other than that, it's going to be really tough if you don't have that stuff. That means you have to play every day to save up all those marks just to get the styles you need. But enough of that. RTK is recruiting if you want in. So please just step up. If you want to be recruited, if you want to get in right now, if you want to get in later or whatever, call upon one of us. My name is Nameless. Call them. You see me on this channel here. Call me, literally text me up and say, hey, I want to join you. Or you could just go, if you're not on DC at the moment but you still want to get in, Private Skull is my name. I have two different names I'm giving you. One is Nameless on DC if you're on DC. Send me a tell. If you're not on DC, then go on to Private Skull. Go type in Private Skull right now. Look me up and send me a friend request, and then ask me in that friend request, or send me a message if I take you as a friend. Send me a message and say, hey, I would like to join RTK. I will definitely hop right on and recruit you. But mind you, the ranking system is timed. That means you have to be literally giving up a lot of your time to playing and ranking up and such. If you're not, I am sorry to tell you, but you're SOL. And so that goes to show what RTK is about, what RTK perspective is. We're all in charge of a couple of things. I'm in charge of the videos and such. This video, I just started this up again. It's been a couple weeks, maybe 3-4. So this is the first start of the month or whatever video. That just goes to show the perspectives of the league. If you follow the rules and you follow up on what we are doing, you'll be okay. I am pretty sure. The next video will be about RTK's rules, okay? I do not have them on hand right now, but when I do, I will most definitely provide you the information you need. And then the next the next video after that, I will most definitely provide you the information on the raids, the 4-mans, etc. those videos I will show probably just this. Not this, but I will show raids and stuff just like this. Just so that you can be prepared. Alright? Alright, this is Private Skull. I'm going to let you see the rest of this video. Peace out.